Yes. Good morning to all of you. Let's start today's session. This is the first session of Python. In this session, I am going to discuss about what is Python and where do we use exactly Python, what kind of applications we can develop using Python. Okay, so what we will cover in our session, we'll discuss clearly. This is the first session of Python. So first I'm going to discuss what is Python. You people are going to learn Python. So what is Python? So generally people will call it as Python is a programming language. So that is everybody knows that. So Python is a programming language. But what kind of programming language it is? Python is programming language, but what kind of programming language it is? So Python is a general purpose programming language. Python is a general purpose programming language. First thing, what is meaning of general purpose? If a programming language is general purpose language, that means using that programming language, we can develop any type of application. It's not a specific programming language, specific purpose. In olden days, COBOL, Pascal, Fortran, other language will be there. Other language was there. That those languages are specific purpose programming language. Specific purpose means using that programming language, we can develop specific type of applications like mathematical applications, business applications, or scientific computing applications like that. But when it comes to Python, Python is a general purpose programming language. That means using Python, we can develop maximum application, general applications. Yes, lot of applications we can develop. That is the meaning of general purpose. Next, Python is high level programming language. What is high level programming language? If the programming language is high level, so as a programmer, we need not to worry about low level activities. Low level activities means security, memory management. These things we will not consider. So automatically it's going to be provide memory management, all those things. It's a high level programming language. Next, Python is Python is dynamically typed programming language. Dynamically typed programming language. What is the meaning of dynamically typed programming language? Dynamically typed programming language means if it is dynamically typed programming language, as a programmer, we need not to declare any data types. There are two types of programming language: statically typed. Statically typed. Statically typed languages are C, C++, Java, C Sharp.NET. These are all statically typed. When we use these languages, compulsory as a programmer, you have to declare data type. For example, like this here, compulsory how to declare data type. If your value is integer, so you should decide integer. If your value is string, you have to give string. Otherwise, there is a problem. Yes, so you'll get error. But in Python, it's not like this. Python is, I am saying, dynamically typed programming language. That meaning is what? You need not to define any data type while declaring the variable. For example, I want to declare 10 value to A. So A is equal to 10. Did I mention anywhere int? No. Why? Because it is dynamically typed approach. You need not to give any values. You need not to give any values, any data type, like here int A equals 10. Even in Python, if we give any data type, it will give error because it is dynamic approach. So statically, it will not allow you to give that data type. So based on the value, data type will be decided. Based on your provided value, data type will be decided. For example, value is 10. Then this data type is what? Integer. Integer you need not to decide. Python will be decided. Suppose I'm giving 10.6. It's a float. Okay, it's a float. So float will be decided by Python. Suppose if I'm giving a equals to something, okay, string values I'm giving ABC. It's a string. String will be decided for a Python. So as a programmer, you need not to define any data types in Python because Python is dynamically typed programming language. Okay, it is not statically typed programming language. So that's what it will not allow you to define any data type explicitly. Automatically, implicitly, it will be decide the data type based on the variable what we have given. So variable type, that means integer type of value, then data type will be integer. Float type of value, then data type will be float. In that case, we can say that is dynamically typed programming language. So Python is general purpose, high level, dynamically typed programming language. Next, Python is case sensitive programming language. Case sensitive. What is the meaning of case sensitive? How the way you declare a variables or functions or classes, same way how to access. For example, a value 10, then print a, it won't work out. You declare a value that is 10, a variable 10, sorry, a variable a is a small case, but you are trying to access what's a capital letter. It won't work out. So same way how we declare, same way how to access small a. This is called case sensitive. Okay. Some of the predefined keywords are there and libraries are there that are all case sensitive. How the way they are giving, same way how to access. In different way, it cannot be possible. This is called case sensitive. We can say that. Next, another thing is Python is interpreter programming language. Python is interpreter programming language. It's not a compile. By default, compile internally. Interpreter itself, the compilation code. So interpreter means just line by line execution, line by line check and execute the program. This is interpreter approach. Existing languages like C, C++, C Sharp.NET, Java, these are all compiler based languages. The difference between compiler based languages, interpreter based languages means compiler based languages will compile the code whole program at a time. Whole program at a time it will check and it will be executed. If any compilation errors, that's what we noticed that in these languages like C, C++, C Sharp.NET and Java, we noticed that 2 errors, 3 errors, 4 errors, 5 errors like that. Why? Because that is a compilation. So in that compilation, whole program at once it will check. After checking whole program, how many number of errors are there, it will be written that many errors. If no errors are there, immediately it will generate .exe file. We have to execute that. That is compiler. But Python is interpreter programming language, no? So how many lines of code you have written, no matter. Python line by line code will check and execute. Interpreter means line by line code, check and execute. So that's what interpreter based languages, we will not find out any .exe. .exe will not be generated by default. So interpreter will execute source code only. Source code means whatever we wrote the code in our computer, that is called source code. It's going to be execute source code only. So what is Python means, you have to say Python is a general purpose, high level, dynamically typed, case sensitive, interpreter based programming language. Yes, general purpose means you can use Python for any program, any application development. High level means we need not to worry about low level activities like security and memory management. Dynamically typed approach means in Python total script, we will not define any data types. Automatically data types will be decided. Case sensitive means how the way you have declared the variables or functions or classes, same way how to be accessed. Different way it's not possible. Interpreter means how much code you have written, each and every line is going to be check and execute. Line by line execution is possible. It's not going to check whole program at a time. Okay. So what is Python means? This is. Sir, Python who was developed? Python was developed by Guido van Rossum in the year of 1989. In the year of 1989. The first version of Python was released in the year of 1991. 1991. So he's the man who created design Python programming language in the year of 1989, and the first version of Python was released in the year of 1991. So the Guido van Rossum developed Python language by taking all features, all programming features from different languages, like functional programming features from C language, object-oriented programming features from C++, okay, scripting language features from Perl script and Shell script. So like this, all features will be taken from different languages. So he made a Python language. And basically the name how Python came. So at the time of started the script, Mr. Guido van Rossum, at the time of started the script, there was a TV show called The Complete Monty Python Circus Show. So there was a TV show called Monty Python Circus. So he was taken a Python name from circus show and he has given working title of his programming language. That's what the Python programming language name came. Okay. And most of the people will say Python is very simple, okay, and easy. But how it is simple? In what way it is simple? I am saying clearly Python is simple when compared to other languages like C, C++, Java, C Sharp.NET, existing languages. What way it is simple? It's very simple. I'm saying those languages, more lines of code, more functionality. This Python language, less lines of code, more functionality. Now try to imagine that. So we can write very less number of lines of code. So programmer will not feel any burden while writing the code. Logic we can able to perform, we can able to write quickly and instantly we can able to write logic and develop the application. I'm saying that only Python is easy when compared to other languages. Okay, when you start compare with other languages, undoubtedly it is easy. Why? Because it's having very simple script, simple syntax compared to other languages. For example, in Java programming language, I want to write something. What I want to write something? Hello world I want to write. What we can take hello world. So we have to use class first. Class. So class name we have to use open bracket, close bracket. Okay. Now public static void main. Okay, public static void main. Then in bracket compulsory command line arguments we have to use string square bracket open and close bracket. Here system dot out dot println. Then we have to use hello world. Hello world. This is called Java. Same almost all same lines of code you have to write in C Sharp.NET. Even you have to write in C language. But when it comes to Python, so Python script is very simple. So if you want to say print hello world, you can write print hello world. That's all. No main, no semicolon, no command line argument, no class, nothing. In this aspect, I'm saying Python is very simple compared to other languages. Syntactically, it's very simple syntax. Structurally, it is very simple structure. Okay, there is no what we can say classes and declarations and modules and all those things. Directly, we can write whatever we want. It is going to be displayed output. So this is what exactly Python script is very simple compared to other languages. But if you are not compared to other languages, but Python is not also simple because so anything you have to understand finally. When we understand finally clearly, then you will be feel that it is very simple. But even if you not understand this also, then you may face it is typical for you. It's one simple thumb rule actually. But for sure, one thing I can say Compared to other languages, Python script is very easy because it is offering to you simple syntax. Okay, no need to worry about big syntaxes or lots of lines of code. So very limited lines and we can achieve our task. That is what Python script is there. Okay, and sir, where we can use Python actually? Where we can use Python? So Python can be used in which kind of application development? So we can develop lots of applications in Python. That's what I said. Python is a general purpose. General purpose meaning is what? So if it is general purpose, we can develop any type of applications. Like I want to develop desktop applications. Yes, undoubtedly desktop applications are possible to develop using Python. Okay, but in the desktop application, there are two categories of applications are there. One is console applications. Console application. Console application completely is CUI, command user interface. Next one is desktop GUI is there. Desktop GUI. It's completely graphical user interface. Graphical user interface. So console app is CUI. That means these are just similar to C programs or Java basic programs, command prompt application programs. Desktop GUI means completely it is GUI, like window forms creation. The desktop applications look like when I say that calculator program, suppose this is Microsoft desktop application GUI. Same kind of applications we can develop using Python also. For that, there is a GUI module is there that is called Kinter module is there. Using Kinter module, we can develop desktop GUI. These are the desktop applications. What is the desktop or standalone application? Meaning is what you know. The application where we install there only it is going to be work. So in different computers or in online, it won't work out. That is called standalone or desktop applications. And next, using Python, we can develop web applications. Using Python, we can develop web applications. So web application means in Python, we should use a framework that is called Flask framework or Django framework. We can able to use that. These are the two frameworks. And Flask is a simple and very small framework which is used for small scale web application development. Whereas Django is the full-fledged professional websites we can able to design by using Django. Django is the recommended, but after learning Python only. Though if you want to what we can say develop Flask and Django, so compulsory Python script is required to develop some logic part. This Django and Flasko frameworks are only for website designing and designing templates and views and models, but you have to write logic code inside using Python programming language. So that's what Python programming is required for any type of application for sure. So apart from these applications, using Python, so network programming applications also we can develop. Network programming applications. Network programming applications we can develop using Python. And we can able to develop some gaming applications also. Gaming applications using Python. Gaming applications and data analysis applications. This is a major part of Python can be used where exactly data analysis applications, data science, and even ML that is called machine learning, even AI that is called artificial intelligence. Even we can go with DevOps, development and operations. Even we can go with testing kind of applications, and even we can write embedded programming, embedded or MATLAB programming, MATLAB programming, and even yes, course duration and how much fee you can contact to our admin people. Okay, course duration will be it takes minimum 50 to 60 days, 50 to 60 for sure. Okay, so this is the embedded applications, MATLAB applications, audio and video based applications also we can develop using Python. So these are the areas where exactly we can use Python, sir. Using Python, we can develop desktop applications like CUI oriented, GUI oriented, even web applications also developing possible, network programming, gaming applications, data science, data analysis. In our session, data science modules also will be covered that are basically usually which can be helpful to work with data science people. NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlibs. These will be covered in our session, including data science modules also, data science, data analysis, how can do, data visualization, how we can do. I can show with MATLAB, Pandas, NumPy. And machine learning, artificial intelligence development and operations, testing cases, Selenium with automation testing, embedded or MATLAB, audio and video applications. Lots of applications we can develop using Python. These are the areas where exactly we can use Python script. So this is about where we can use Python script. See, I'm saying straight away in nowadays why Python is trending language, why the people are going to be learn Python every time, everywhere. So once we learn Python completely, once you are perfect in Python, okay, so you can use this Python script any of your job role, for sure that anywhere it can be used. Anywhere it can be used. Once you learn, it can be helpful to you a lot for your career. So this much of weight is there for Python language nowadays. The reason behind is most of the people believe that Python is very simple syntax. That's what people are learning. It doesn't mean that. It's not a meaning at all. The actual reason is why Python is trending right now. Why other languages not useful to other applications, like I want to develop machine learning applications, AI applications, data analysis applications, okay, and art embedded and MATLAB. Okay, even embedded MATLAB people previously, which was used programming language called C or C++, but nowadays people are using Python instead of C, C++. So Python was completely replaced that C, C++. Why? Because the comfortness is there. What is the comfortness of Python? So it's very simple. Lots of libraries will be there in Python. Libraries, predefined libraries. That means huge standard libraries are there in Python. So, for example, data analysis application development purpose, Python built-in libraries are providing, but other languages are not providing. That's what other language cannot be fit in the data analysis. Machine learning, not fit other languages. Artificial intelligence, not fit other languages. So why it is Python required for, especially for these language, these applications everywhere? Yes, every application purpose, Python offering very, very good libraries. Sir, what happen if that provide very, very good libraries? What is the advantage? No advantage. You have already predefined code. You just import the library and fulfill your task. But in other languages, it's not like this. You have to prepare your own libraries and then we can start the logic. It takes time. So Python is offering completely predefined libraries. So as a programmer, you can import it and use it directly. So that is what Python is become trending now, because anywhere their task will be finished easily. So because there are standard huge libraries will be there as per client requirement, as per development requirement, it is going to be meet the requirements of development. That's what the reason is Python is trending now. An easy way, and one more reason, it's very simple syntax compared to other languages. You need not to write many number of lines and many declaration. So structurally it is very simple and syntactically it is very simple. That's what people recommend to use Python everywhere. So not only in one area, one sort of applications we can't develop using Python, many sort of applications we can develop using Python. That's what, once you learn Python, so you can be able to use this in any aspect in your job role, for sure, for sure, undoubtedly it is for sure. So these many applications, this is the exact area where we can use Python exactly. Okay, yes. Next, what important features will come from Python? What are the important features are there in Python? First feature, it's very simple. uh, as many people will feel that uh, I'm not getting what he's typing. We'll start very basic. I mean, for non-programmer will understand. Yes, yes, for sure that, because as a trainer I need to start from the basics, everything. So slowly I can inject you so that you can understand. Because directly when I write coding parts, so other people may disturb. So even if you know about Python script and all, so you should be bear it for sure. That. So see here, features of Python. Features of Python. Features of Python. What are the important features of Python? Okay. So the thing is, first thing is simple and easy to learn. First feature is it is very simple syntax and easy to learn, we can say that. Okay, and most important feature is free and open source. Python is free and open source. This is the reason also most of the people will recommend to use Python. So it's a free and completely open source. If you want to write Python logic, if you want to use Python software, so you need not to pay to anyone. So easily we can go to Google and download it and install it and enjoy the code. So free and open source. Next, Python is high level programming language. It's also one of the important feature because it's if it is high level, so we can't write any code for low level activities. Next, Python is cross platform. Yes, it's very important. Cross platform, or what we can say platform independent. Platform independent. Platform independent. 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 So cross-platform or platform independent means once we write Python program, it can run on any platform without rewriting once again. So that is Python virtual machine is responsible to convert into mission understandable code. That is binary form, bytecode format. So it's cross-platform. Once we write the code anywhere we can run. So it can be run in Linux, Unix, Solaris, Macintosh, Mac OS, and Windows. Everywhere it can be run. This is called class platform. We can say that. And Python is portability. Portability. Meaning of portability is what? Python programs are portable. That means we can migrate from one platform to another platform very easily. Easily we can able to shift, and Python programs will provide same result on any platform. Yes, we can use any platform, but it will provide same results clearly. And other feature I said that already Python is dynamically typed approach. Yes, it is completely dynamically typed approach. Dynamically typed approach. Dynamically typed approach. That means as a programmer in Python, we need not to define any data type. Based on your value, provided value, data type will be decided implicitly. That's what it is, completely dynamically typed approach. But other language, if we take as a programmer, you should responsible to declare or define variables, data types compulsory. Okay, and Python is procedure and procedure and object oriented support. Yes, it is completely object oriented support also. Python is procedure and object oriented support. Both procedure oriented like C language and Pascal old language, whatever the procedure languages, like object oriented Java, C Sharp, .NET, all features will be there in Python. So both like security and reusability options also will be there in Python. Next, Python is extensible. Python is extensible. What is meaning of extensible? So we are not required to compile Python program explicitly. So like it is not required to compile Python programs explicitly. So internally, Python interpreter will take care of that compilation. So that's what we can say. Sorry. It is an interpreter. Extensibility means we can use other languages programs in Python. That is called extension. We can use other language programs in Python. The main advantage of this extensibility feature is we can use already existing non-Python code. We can use non-Python code also, and we can improve performance of the application. So whatever non-Python code also we can execute inside the Python. For that, some flavors are there, like C Python for C programmers, J Python for Java programmers, Iron Python for .NET programmers. Like that, we can extend. We can use other language programs in Python. That is called extensibility will be support. Now interpreted, it is completely because we need not to compile explicitly program. Internally, Python interpreter will take care of that. So if compilation fails, then interpreter will raise the syntax error. Once compilation success, automatically then Python virtual machine is responsible to execute your code. It's very simple, interpreter. Next, this Python support huge standard library. What I said that huge standard libraries. huge standard libraries, because lot of libraries. Python has having built-in libraries format. Lot of huge libraries are there. So as a programmer, we can use these libraries directly, and we need not to implement the functionality explicitly. Directly, functionality also will be there. You can use it as a programmer. So that's what it will reduce a lot of burden onto the programmers. So this is huge standard library. So these are the important features of Python. Simple and easy to learn, free and open source, high level, cross-platform, that means platform independent, anywhere it can be run. Portability in nature, we can migrate from one platform to another platform. Dynamic typed approach, no need to worry about data type declaration, directly just decide your values. Procedure and object-oriented support, security reusability is possible, extensibility, interpreted, huge standard libraries. These are the just important features of Python. Okay, so where exactly we can use Python? What kind of applications we can develop Python? What is Python? Where we can use Python? Features of Python. Then, sir, what are the versions of Python? What version we are going to use now? So versions of Python. There are simple versions are there, three main versions are there. I will tell you. The first version is 0.9.0, next version is 1.x, 2.x, 3.x. Right now we are in 3.8.1. These are the versions. But there are a lot of subversions are there. Okay, lot of subversions are there. So if you want to subversions, you can see this document. Let me show you quickly the document. Just I want to show you subversions purpose. I'm opening this document. Now you can see this. The subversions will be there, but you need not to remember that all subversions not need actually here. Okay, just for knowing that I'm saying these subversions. These are the subversions. Subversions will be there. These are the versions of Python. You can see this. 0.9.0 is the main version. It is first version of Python, which was released in the year of 1991. 1.0, 1994, 2.0, okay, 2.0, and 3.0, 3.8.1. We are in 3.8.1, which was released last year, December, to 3.8.1, which will be used in our session 3.8.1 only. Lot of subversions are there, so we need not to remember subversion, not required also here. Okay, so these are the subversions, and version is latest version only. I'm using 3.8.1 version. I'm going to use in Python. Okay, yes. Next, how I can start Python programs are. Okay, as a beginner, how I can start Python program. So how to download and install Python software. So I'm showing just quickly. So simply as a uh, basic Python beginner, so you just go to Google simply first, and simply what we can do, download Python. You just type in Google download Python. As soon as when we click on download Python, when we type download Python, so there is an official website of Python that is called python.org. This is called official website. You just click on it once. So once if you click on it, there you can able to see, yeah, Python 3.8.2 release. I didn't see that. I think so recently it's released. So 3.8.2 is the latest version right now. 3.8.2. As soon as when we click on download Python 3.8.2, okay, so just click on it, you will be able to get executable file. It's a free and open source, I said. Anybody can visit this website and download it quickly, and we can do that. And you have another computer, another platform, then we can use, click on that Linux, Mac OS, other, you can able to click on it. So once we downloaded this Python file, Python executable file, so you just go to download folder or else open the .exe clearly. I'm just going to download folders are here. So Python 3.8.2 it's coming. So as soon as when we get this Python 3.8.2 file, then double click on it only. You just double click on it. So once we double click on it, what we can do, so you have to activate this checkbox. First time it is showing this window like this. So you have to be activate this checkbox. Don't forget to activate this checkbox. Okay, so otherwise there will be a problem for writing the code in Python. So activate this checkbox. After that, you just click on install now. That's all. Installation will be over. Hardly it will take 1 minute of time to install. After click on install now, it will ask you to next two times. Then it will be installed. I'm not going to proceed because I have already in my mission Python software. So no worries about it. It's very simple installation process. It's hardly 1 minute of time it will take. Even that is also not take. Within the 45 seconds you will be get Python software. This is the way to first initially we have to make setup with Python software. So whatever the editor you are using, no matter sir, first compulsory we have to download and install this one Python software. Then later you can go through any editor. Either you can go with Notepad editor or you can go with Sublime editor, Notepad++, Edit Plus, Visual Code, Edit Plus, NetBeans, PyCharm, Jupyter, Spider, Anaconda, anything. Lots of editors are there. But I will tell you properly which editor is the best editors are, which editor is the suitable editors are. So all are Notepad and Edit Plus, Visual Code that are third party editors. It's not about exclusively Python editors. Okay. Yes. So once I install and download and install Python software, what editor will come by default? The editor name is called Python IDLE. This editor will come by default in your computer, sir. IDLE. So IDLE stands for integrated, integrated, integrated development, development, learning, learning environment. Integrated development, learning environment. This is what IDLE stands for. Very beginning when we install Python software, you will be able to get this ideally Python ideally only software. Sir, already I installed in my mission, then how I can open that Python ideally? You simply search, go to search and type Python, and as soon as when we click on Python here in the search box, you will be able to see this ideally of Python. You should click on ideally. Sir, whenever I click on ideally, what thing will happen here? This is going to be open. This is called interactive cell, Python interactive cell. Okay. So let me write first before starting programming. There are basic different ways to write Python program here. Different ways to write Python program. Python program and execute. Different ways to write Python program and execute. These are the basic ways I'm showing. First way, using interactive mode. Using interactive mode. Using interactive mode. There are so many modes are there. Just I'm showing using interactive mode. Next way, using Python IDLE. Next way, using script mode. Using script mode. Next, using PyCharm editor, using PyCharm editor, using PyCharm editor, using PyCharm editor. Yes, using PyCharm editor also is possible. Using PyCharm editor, PyCharm, PyCharm editor. This is PyCharm editor. PyCharm editor through only I can explain everything in our class. So PyCharm editor is powerful editor of Python programs. So as soon as when we click on Python ideally, you will be able to get this interactive mode. In this interactive mode, you will not write any complete program. Directly type whatever you want, just enter it. Automatically your result is coming. So like this A value 10 or B value 20, something, just showing the variable declaration. If you want to A plus B, then do this. So did I declare A value 10, but is there any int type or int type? No, no need. Okay. So if you want to know the type of A, then we can able to get type of A is integer. What is types are? It is a built-in function which is used to get data type of the variable. So in Python, completely any data type variable if you want to get, then we can use built-in function called type. Built-in function called type function we can use. So if we use this built-in type, then automatically you will get data type. For example, A equals to 34.5. If you want to know the type of A, then we can use type of A. Float type. So A equals to SAI. What is the type of A, sir? A. This is string type. But if I give data type, is it possible? No, it is syntax, invalid syntax. Because Python will not allow you to enter any data type because it is dynamically typed programming language, I said. So this is Python cell, sir. Python cell. That means interactive mode. So you just as a programmer interact with this window and type your code and execute, and that's all. You will not write completely program at all at once. And you need not to save anywhere. And after saving, you need not execute separately. Directly it is instantly it is going to executing. This is called Python interactive mode. But other than Python interactive mode, what was there? Python ideally is there. Ideally means this is only ideally, no sir. Yes, this is only ideally. But initially it is what's our interactive mode. But if you want to write complete your Python new file, file menu, click on new file. Click on new file. Here we have to write your code. Whatever you want, you can write it. So just I want to write this code like this. But after writing code, what should I do, sir? I should execute. But if you want to execute, what we need to do? You just run and run module. Module means it's a program. But whenever I run this, it will give alert because compulsory you must be save the code. Without saving, it will not allow you to run. So even let me check out. So source must be saved. Okay to save. Let's okay to save. I want to save this code. Where I want to save this code? Now you can see this. I'm going to save this code in my desktop. Okay. Let's save the code with the help of test.py. Py is an extension of Python. So .py is mandatory to save the file. So .py. So after saving, it is going to run directly in the script interactive mode only. Output is coming in interactive mode, but writing the code in Python ideally. This is the way to write very simple code here. But other than this, Python ideally or some interactive mode, we can write our script mode. So script mode means I want to use Notepad. Yes, you can use Notepad. It's a plain editor. It is Notepad editor. So I want to print something here. Hello durgasoft. Hello durgasoft. I'm writing. So this is my code where I'm writing in Notepad. But is this Python code? No. How do we make this code as Python? File, save, and you just save on desktop. My file name is test1. When it will become Python code when we use .py. So .py extension I'm giving, just save it and that's all. It is become Python file. So let me check out in desktop what was there. Test1 is there or not? It is Python file. So how I can run this? You can run either by opening in Python ideally, or we can run through command prompt. Anywhere it is possible. I have ideally software, sir. Let me open existing file. Here I'm not going to write any code separately. I want to open existing code. So file menu, open. You have already file, then you can click on open, and automatically you will be locate your desktop location. You should go there, then desktop location, test1.py. That's all. It will be load. And if you want to run this, then you can run it. That's all. It's going to be execute. It's very simple to handle it here. Either you can write the code in interactive mode, or we can write the code in Python, ideally creating new file, and or you can write the code in Notepad editor and load the code to execute in ideally. Sir, my Notepad code, whatever I have there in the file in desktop, but I don't want to run through Python ideally. Is it possible with command prompt? Yes, why not? It is possible. Let's go with command prompt. It is normal Windows command prompt. But my file is present in where, sir? Desktop. You have to move to desktop location. CD space desktop. CD means change directory. CD means change directory. Then press enter. Right now you are in desktop, sir. After that, we have to execute what's our test1 file or test file, anyone you can use. But I want to execute Python file. That's what I'm using Python command. Python command means it indicates we are executing Python file. Your file name is test1.py, then enter. You will be able to see that output. So hello Durga. Or else no need to type Python, only just py space test1.py, then enter. So you can see this hello Durga is coming like this. This is what executing code in command prompt through. So write the code in Notepad and execute the code in command prompt. Write the code in Notepad and execute the code in ideally. Or else write the code in script mode, that is interactive mode. Like this is interactive mode. This is the interactive mode. Here only you can write it and enter. That will be executed already. So anywhere we can use, but I never follow these any one of these. Okay, I never follow interactive mode and ideally and script mode, just for knowing for your purpose. I'm explaining, but I can stick with PyCharm editor. What is PyCharm editor? PyCharm is excellent editor for Python people, Python programmers, especially it is strongly recommend for beginners because A lot of GUI things are there, lot of support will be there while writing the Python code, because you need not to get confused while writing the code. So maximum help will come from PyCharm editor. Options are openly available. You can use it and properly write the code without feel any burden. But though I want to use PyCharm editor, but still first initially we have to install Python software, sir. Otherwise that doesn't work. So compulsory core library should come from Python software. Then after you can choose with right editor, PyCharm editor or any other editor. Lot of editors are there. I'll explain you. But in tomorrow's session, I'll start with PyCharm. How to start with PyCharm editor, how to install, download, all those things I will tell you. Okay. This is just basic introduction session. First, what I explained. So this is what complete overview of Python. What is Python and why Python, where we can use exactly Python, features of Python, versions of Python, and how many ways to write Python program and execute. This is very simple. And that's all about today's session, just for demonstration. And tomorrow onwards, your class time is 7 o'clock. It will be start, and 8 o'clock it will be end. So daily 1 hour session will be happen. The course duration will be minimum 50 sessions, and more than 5 or 6 sessions more than only I will take, because I need to cover a lot of things. In this completely core and advanced Python with Python GUI and data science modules, all things will be covered. Okay. So every day 1 hour, and every day session will be records. That recorded video you will receive by end of the session. After completion of session, 2-3 hours after only you will get video recording to your Google Drive. So this is from my side. You have any queries also, you can ask me in the chat box or open your mics and ask me, no matter.
So do we have classes on weekends even?
Yes, Monday to Saturday classes regularly will happen except Sunday. Sunday I won't take any class.
Okay, thanks.
Sessions will be Monday to Saturday will be there, and every day 1 hour, and every day uh, this demo is how many days? How many days means it is just treated as a regular session only. It won't repeat tomorrow again. Okay, so I don't want to kill your time. So once I started, then I can continue. No matter it is, it won't repeat again. Okay. So that my style of teaching is completely what we can say. I can't drag the session directly. I can go through in detail what is exactly point to point. So no matter it is, I don't want to waste time actually. So that's what I have clear plan to finish as soon as our within the time duration only what I given. That's what I took. 50 to 55 sessions are required. Only core and advanced pattern. This session will not be considered as Django. Django will not teach. Okay. Yes. Do you have any queries? Please ask me. Otherwise, we may leave and we will continue from tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow, this session will not be repeat, and just what I discussed, just 5 minutes I'll discuss. Then after we'll start continuation. Okay. So those who want to really continue, don't be delay. Okay. If you delay, then you will be trouble for sure, because sessions won't be repeat, and again you can't catch up for sure that. If you maintain regularity, then you will be get more clarity. So for sure, I'll not disappoint you. One thing I can say for sure. So thanks for attending, guys. See you tomorrow at same time, 7 a.m. Okay. Have a nice day.